Hi everyone, I'm Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. So it is Friday night. Yeah. And it feels really late, but it's actually, I think it's like about to be 7, but it feels like it's 10 o'clock. It's so dark outside. I just got back from running a few errands and I thought I would sit down and crochet a little bit. So I'll do a crochet and chat. But I'll show you guys some of the things that I picked up because I think they're really, really cute. So I had been seeing things from TJ Maxx and Marshalls, I think, that they were getting really, really cute Christmas items, and I had been wanting to go. But I feel like even my TJ Maxx didn't get a lot, or they're barely getting it in. So I picked up a couple things. You could probably hear one of the items. The cat is loving it already. So I got 3 things and I am in love with all of them. The first one is this wooden crate. I love it. I love it so much. It's adorable. It's not the sturdiest, like you can tell it's more for decoration because the panel at the bottom is really thin. And so I wouldn't put anything too heavy because it's not like based at the bottom. There's a little bit here, so if you put something heavy it probably would fall out like the bottom, but it's so cute. And I really loved it. The price wasn't that bad either. It was $7.99. So the red truck, iconic for Christmas. I had to get it. And then I always think about my children when I'm out shopping. My dog loves cat toys. I think it's because they're small. He loves cat toys. But one of the cats is with me right here and she was messing with them. She was trying to get them from inside the bag. But one of these, so the banana has a rattle inside. I was trying to see if the other ones do. No, it's just the banana, and these were $3.99 for 3 cat toys. I thought that wasn't that bad. You can have that now, baby. And then the last thing, I absolutely had to get this. It's a Betsy Johnson. They're like gummy bears. They're Christmas gummy bears. Okay, baby, please. This bracelet, and I'm super, super excited because they're adorable. Please. She loves it too. Gotta be careful wearing that around her. But I just thought it was super cute and different, and I love Christmas. Christmas is my birthday, so I had to get it. It was $15, but I don't buy jewelry too often. I love it, but I don't get it too often, so I thought I'll pick that up. And let me get these toys out so she can play with them and distract herself while we do some crocheting. So the project I'm going to be working on, I'll talk a little bit more about it in the next yarn talk video, but it's basically this right now. Yeah, and I have to do quite a few rows of single crochet. I was actually working on this last night, I think, and I realized, oh my gosh, there's a lot of rows of just single crochet, so this would be the perfect project to do a crochet and chat with. When was it? I feel like it was about a year ago when I had, because I've never really done a crochet and chat before. But I was wanting to, so I posted a video like asking for what topics you guys thought I should talk about for a crochet and chat. I think that might have been like a giveaway that I had, like, oh, let me know what topic I should talk about or something like that. Anyways, there was a bunch of replies and I never actually did one after. I don't think I did anyways. So I'm gonna try to do those now because I have a lot of crocheting that I want to do, and especially when there are projects like this where it's just like a bunch of single crochet rows, it's just, they're perfect. They're perfect for that. I think that's one of the reasons why I hadn't really, is because I do a lot of amigurumi and you're constantly like decreasing and increasing and I don't want to lose count. But yeah, I can do it. I can do it for this project. Anyways, So I thought it would be fun to talk a little bit about my very first pattern. So I'm over here working. The cat kind of wants to play with my yarn, but I just got you some toys, baby. Okay, so my very first pattern was this pig pattern that I have over here. It has some safety pins in it, so please ignore those. But this was my very first one, and it's a baby frog pattern. So I thought I would talk a little bit about this, the story behind it, and how I felt releasing that pattern versus releasing patterns now. So I had been crocheting for, oh my gosh, I should have checked the dates before doing this. But I think before making my first pattern, I had already been crocheting for like 4 months. And I caught on pretty quickly to where I was already like creating my own patterns. And then I wrote that one. So that was the first like pattern that I had written up, the baby frog pattern. And I was super, super excited for it. I had already tested some other people's patterns, so I knew about pattern testers. And the people who I tested for, I was like really, really lucky to have, because I found their call when they were calling for pattern testers on Instagram. And there was usually like a ton of people trying to be a pattern tester. And looking back at it now, I think that's because like everybody loves to get a free pattern, and you know, pattern testers, that's like one of the benefits is getting a pattern for free. That, you know, especially when it is a paid for pattern. So I was super excited because I had like the privilege of pattern testing for other people. And I saw that other people's patterns, when they posted them on Instagram asking for pattern testers, their comments would get flooded with like people asking to be a tester. So I was super excited the day came when I was ready. I had the baby frog pattern all worked up, and it was, I just needed some people to help me out and be a pattern tester. And I made the post on Instagram. This was using my crochet Instagram page, and nobody messaged me. I was devastated because I was like, nobody even wants my pattern for free. Like, I just need a pattern tester because I want to release the pattern, but nobody ever messaged me to be a pattern tester. And I'm pretty sure if you look back on that post, it's it might be kind of far back, there are no comments on it because nobody ever messaged me to test that pattern. So I thought, you know, I was really, really, really down about it. And I thought, just like, being an amigurumi designer or a crochet designer is just not for me. Obviously, I'm missing like pizzazz. I'm not gonna stand out. There's a lot of people doing it. I might as well just give up. I ended up making 4 or 5 of these because I had to test it myself. If nobody wanted to test my pattern, I would have to do it myself. So I did end up making the pattern like 4 or 5 times, making 5 or 4 or 5 frogs. I'll put a picture. I have a picture where I have a ton of frogs because I had to test it and make sure that it worked. And especially with it being my first pattern, I was like super like worried about everything. You know, I wanted everything to be perfect. Yeah, and then I released the pattern, and same thing, like, no one was interested. I did not get a sale on that pattern until, oh my goodness, it took a long time. And that like discouraged me from making amigurumi patterns, not because of like money wise, because like I thought it was just gonna be really hard to stand out, and people just like maybe there was other frog patterns that were like better than mine that were already out, so why am I making like patterns that people don't even care about? I had a lot of negative thoughts, and then I remember just thinking, well, everyone had to start somewhere. And there's so many amazing amigurumi designers that it's super bittersweet sometimes, because I look at other people's talent and I'm like, oh my gosh, like how can I ever compare? But at the same time, like if I want to get to like that level, I have to keep crocheting. I have to keep making patterns and designing, and because they didn't just like start where they're at, you know, they worked hard to get there too. So after a while, I decided, yeah, I'm gonna keep crocheting and I'm gonna keep making patterns. And I'm pretty sure my second one was the pillow, like the pig pillow, but it might have been the caterpillar. I'm not sure. I have so many patterns. I think I have like, I want to say like 20, but I could be wrong. Oh, I need to double check all these things because it's nice to know. And I'm such a forgetful person. Like, I'm sure you could tell if you follow my videos, if you watch them, you could probably tell I do forget a lot of things. Writing notes, writing things down is super, super helpful for me. But, yeah, it wasn't until I made my Hugo the turtle pattern, which I'll put a picture of that as well. Hugo the turtle, oh my gosh, that pattern changed a lot for me because I think that was just such a different pattern that people were a lot more interested in. It got, there's a thing on Etsy where it's this like, it's something that pops up when like an item's popular, and I think it was on my pattern for a while where my like the listing, and it said like this pattern, it said this item is popular right now or something like that, to where like a lot of people were clicking on it, a lot of people were looking at it and like purchasing it. So I was super, super excited because I think that pattern like really, really helped me boost my spirits again about amigurumi designing. And I'm not saying that like every pattern is a hit, because it is absolutely not. I actually have quite a few patterns that I have never sold, like one copy of. I think there's at least 2. And I have a lot of patterns that I've only sold a couple of, like, and they've been published for like over a year. I just crochet what I like, and sometimes I feel like that's what keeps me from making a pattern, is because it does take a lot of work and a lot of time to like write out the pattern. And I'm like, oh, but you know, sometimes I don't get like I don't know how to say it without making it sound like I'm only in it for the money, because I am absolutely not. I love crocheting and I do like writing down the patterns. It's hard sometimes because it takes me so long, but it is nice to be able to get something back for like the time that I spent writing the patterns. And then Etsy does take like a lot compared to like a couple dollars. They take like 75 cents sometimes, you know, but it's okay. What was I saying? Oh, so yeah, not all of my patterns are hits at all. I think I only have had like a couple patterns that I'm like, oh yeah, that was a really good one. Like, definitely Hugo the turtle. My pumpkin turtle was one that I'm super, super excited about. And the baby Yoda that I made, I think I made that one last year. No, 2 years ago? Yeah, I think it had to be 2 years ago. Those are the ones that I'm like, oh yeah, I can tell those were definitely popular with people. I think that's a better way to put it, is that not every pattern is popular like with people at all. So many of them are just like, I don't think people understood my vision so much. Especially with, there's a pattern that I really, really love, and I'm gonna bring it back and make it a little different. But it's a potato dressed as like an Easter bunny. It has Easter ears on it, and I really, really like potatoes. I think they're so funny. Like a stuffed animal potato, I don't know. So I made that pattern, and I think I might have sold like 2 of them. So it's just for fun. I just wanted to, you know, let people know that not every pattern is successful, and every pattern designer starts somewhere. I've been designing patterns for 2 years, I believe, and I still struggle a lot with like motivation to write them down. And sometimes I do feel discouraged because I'm like, well, I don't really think people are enjoying my patterns lately, so I don't even know if I should keep like designing them. I feel like I will personally keep making new patterns even if I don't write them down. Like one day, if I'm just like, I'm not gonna take the time to do that anymore, I will probably keep designing because I love crocheting, and I feel like I do have such a big imagination that it just helps me like as an outlet to let out some creativity. But I'm getting a phone call right now. I'm gonna answer it and then come back, so hopefully I don't start repeating myself a lot when I come back. I'm back. So this is what I guess I should have put a stitch marker. I feel like I might have been around here, so I did all these rows. Not bad. While crocheting, maybe I was done a little further. I'll have to compare it to where I was before, but that's basically it with the frog. It's a story of me just going through ups and downs with crochet patterns, but I'm still gonna keep making them because I absolutely love it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.